Welcome back to another one. I lied to you because I said in the last video that I would next post a video I post about this rabbit would be my intentions for it. Got the blower motor out. I wanted to show you something here. That was a pain, but I got to vacuum the little bit of mouse nest and stuff that's in there. It wasn't really a big nest, and there's just little pieces in there probably from a long time ago that I never got cleaned out. But I got the blower motor here, and it is burnt out. I had power. I could jump right to the battery, and it would not spin. Wouldn't turn nothing. So they don't make the blower motors for these anymore. Okay. They make blower motors for a 1982 Volkswagen Rabbit. However, this one has, let's see if I can show you here, air conditioning. Because it has air conditioning, it is a different style of blower motor or motor and HVAC system there than the rest of them. So because of that, you cannot get one. They do not make another version of them. The only way to get them done is to have the motors rebuilt. You got to take them to an electric motor shop and have them rebuild them. That's the only way. I haven't found a single one. You might find a couple used ones around there, but I haven't even found one like on eBay. This is my second time of doing something with this motor. The last time there was a mouse nest in there and they chewed the wires right at the motor, right up in there. And I'll show you that here in a second. But, so everything looked good, but I attempted to take it off and I got it apart. So here's your stator down in here, and all of my wires look good. I mean, they're a little dirty, but what do you expect for being that old? I mean, but they ain't like burnt up. There's no burnt marks. The stator looks good. There's no real marks there. There's good, a lot of stuff left there. I'm gonna take a little emery cloth and sand that down. But when I pulled this out of here, these brushes, there's a lot of life left in them. However, the one was stuck, and it was actually back in here, so it wasn't making any contact. And it would have been this one over here, the one I have my finger on now. It was stuck, so it was stuck back in here, so it wasn't making any contact, or barely any contact. Now it moves freely, but it was hung up, and I think it had some mouse piss on it. At one point in time, I don't know. I said it moves freely. I was going to try to put something underneath there, whatever, but I got it cleaned up. I'm going to just take an air compressor and take some compressed air and blow some of this stuff out of here. But there's no resistance now. Right away, I can move it just a little bit, but I gave it a little push with my finger on the backside and got it pushed down in there past the point. And you see right by my thumb there's a little bit of corrosion there on this bracket where those brushes go in there at. I'm assuming that's where it's stuck at, because this one, I know this one has it too, so I'm not sure. It might just be solder that's in there. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what it was hung up on, but I got it freed up. So it moves freely now. So I think I'll be okay. I think I should be able to put this back together and attempt to try it again. But here's the last time. The mouse chewed the wires right at the motor. There was a plug on here, and they chewed the plug off, and the plug was like right here. There's only about 1.5 inches worth of wire. So I just soldered them up, and then I soldered them to the other end of the plug here to be able to plug into the main harness. This is because these were that's all the longer this piece plus that piece is all the longer that plug was, but they chewed them right in half right at the motor. And again, I couldn't find a motor, so I just had to solder the wires up. And so now it's just the brushes being bad. The brushes are stuck. There's a lot of life left in them, and they seem to move fine now. They move freely, so I'm gonna stick it back together here, put the end cap on. There's these little points here that are kind of hammered into them, pressed into them a little bit. And you just kind of take a chisel and a hammer and pop them out just a little bit to be able to get that out of there. And you take a screwdriver and pry this cap off, and it just comes right off. And then the brushes come right out. You can slide the brushes right out. So now I'll just put it back together. Put this bushing piece back on here. You just got to watch and make sure there's little spacers here. There's a metal washer here on this bushing, and there's a non-metal one here, and then you got a heavier plastic one down here, so that way there's no metal to metal contact. So, but I'll put it back together, and then I'll test it out, make sure it works. And if it works, I'll put it back in the car, and should be good to go. Just a pain that it had to do to remove this the whole way out. So hopefully it works though, because like I said, you cannot find a replacement motor. But so if anybody else has one out there, so it's a 1982 Rabbit, which they were like the same, at least 80 to 83, and you have air conditioning. You have this other style blow motor, and you can't find a replacement. It said this has been twice now that it's just an easy fix. One, the mouse chewed the wires off of the motor, and hopefully just a brush being stuck. So, but thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.